Today, we are not just learning English, we are training our muscles. We are using the shadowing technique. What is shadowing? It is simple. You listen to Emma's voice and you repeat immediately after her. You don't wait for the sentence to finish completely. You follow her like a shadow. Copy her speed. Copy her emotion. Copy her stress. This is your training. Listen, pause, repeat. Don't think, don't translate, just speak. Today's story is a mystery. It is called The Mystery of Terminal 3. It is a long journey. If you finish this entire video, your speaking will transform. Emma, are you ready to guide our students?
I am ready, Ted. Let's start the adventure. My name is Emma. I am 22 years old. I live in a small, quiet flat in London. I am a student, but I also work in a small bookstore. I love my life because it is simple and peaceful. But one morning, everything changed. It was a dark and rainy Tuesday. I woke up at 6 a.m. The rain was hitting my window. It was a very loud sound. I stayed in bed for 5 minutes. I felt tired and cold. I didn't want to get up. Then I reached for my phone. I saw a notification. It was a message from my best friend Maya. Maya is usually a very happy person, but her message was strange. It said, "Emma, please help me. I am at the airport. I need you right now. 12 p.m., Terminal 3. Please hurry." My heart started to beat faster. Why was Maya at the airport? She didn't have a vacation plan. I tried to call her. I waited. 1 ring, 2 rings, 3 rings. Then her phone was off. I felt a chill in my bones. Something was wrong. Maya was in trouble. I jumped out of bed. I didn't have time for a slow breakfast. I didn't have time for coffee. I put on my blue jeans. I put on my favorite pink jacket. I took my yellow umbrella. I looked at the mirror. I said to myself, "Stay calm, Emma. You can do this. You are a good friend." I left my flat and ran to the bus stop. The street was full of water. The wind was very strong. My umbrella almost flew away. I waited for the bus for 10 minutes. Finally, the red bus arrived. It was very crowded. There were no seats. I stood near the door. I held the metal rail very tightly. I looked out the window. London looked gray and sad. I saw people walking fast. I saw cars moving slowly in the traffic. I looked at my watch. It was 10:30 a.m. I was worried. The airport was far away. The bus moved slowly, stop after stop, minute after minute. I felt like the time was running away. I thought about Maya. We met 3 years ago. She is like a sister to me. She always helps me when I am sad. Now it was my turn to help her. I reached the train station. I tapped my card and ran to the platform. The train to the airport was fast. I sat down and closed my eyes. I tried to imagine why she was there. Was she leaving the country? Was she meeting someone? The announcement said, "Next station, Heathrow Airport." I stood up. I was ready. I stepped out of the train. The air was different here. It smelled like coffee and jet fuel. The airport was a giant maze. There were thousands of people from every country. I saw families with big suitcases. I saw businessmen in black suits. I saw pilots in blue uniforms. Everyone was moving. Everyone was in a hurry. The noise was incredible. I looked for the signs. Terminal 1, Terminal 2, Terminal 3. Terminal 3 was at the other end of the building. I started to run. My jacket felt heavy. I was sweating, but I didn't stop. I ran past the duty-free shops. I ran past the restaurants. I finally reached the entrance of Terminal 3. I looked at the big clock. It was 11:55 a.m. I was 5 minutes early. I looked around the arrivals hall. I looked for Maya's curly hair. I looked for her bright green coat, but I didn't see her. I walked to the information desk. "Excuse me, did you see a girl in a green coat? Her name is Maya?" The woman looked at her computer. She shook her head. "I am sorry, miss. There are many people here." I walked to the big windows. I saw the massive planes taking off into the clouds. I felt very lonely in this big place. Where was my friend? Why was I here? Then I saw someone. It was not Maya. It was a young girl sitting alone on a metal bench. She had a small, old suitcase. She was wearing a thin sweater. She was crying silently. Her shoulders were shaking. She looked very lost. She looked like a ghost in the middle of the crowd. I forgot about my own stress for a moment. I walked slowly towards her. I sat on the bench, but not too close. I didn't want to scare her. "Hello, are you okay? Do you need help?" The girl looked up. Her face was pale. Her eyes were very red and swollen. She looked at me with fear. Then she saw my face, and she relaxed a little. She spoke with a very quiet voice. "I missed my flight. My phone is broken. I have no money." I felt a pain in my heart. This poor girl was alone in a strange city. "My name is Emma," I said. "Don't cry. We can solve this. Tell me, where is your family?" She told me her name was Sarah. She came to London to see her father. But her father did not come to the airport. I opened my bag. I took out a fresh bottle of water. I gave it to Sarah. "Drink this," I said. "Take a deep breath. You are safe now." Sarah drank the water. She started to look a little better. Just as I was talking to her, my phone started to vibrate in my pocket. I took it out quickly. It was Maya. I answered immediately. "Maya, where are you? I am at Terminal 3. I am waiting for you," I shouted. Maya's voice was shaking. She sounded terrified. "Emma! Oh, thank God, I am at Terminal 2. "Terminal 2? I asked. "But your message said Terminal 3. "I made a mistake. I was so scared I didn't check the number. Emma, please come to Terminal 2 now." "What is happening, Maya? Why are you scared?" I asked. She whispered into the phone. "I think someone is following me. A man. He is watching me right now. My blood turned to ice. Don't move, Maya. Stay in a crowded area. I am coming. I turned to Sarah. Sarah, I have to go to my friend. She is in danger, but I will not leave you. I took Sarah's hand. Come with me. We are going to Terminal 2. We will find my friend, and then we will find your father. Sarah and I started to run. We were a strange pair. I was running with my yellow umbrella, and Sarah was pulling her old suitcase. We ran back through the long corridors. We took the underground walkway to Terminal 2. My legs were tired. My lungs were burning, but I didn't stop. Are we almost there? Sarah asked. She was breathing hard. Almost. Just a little more, I encouraged her. We reached Terminal 2. It was even more crowded than Terminal 3. I looked at the floor near the coffee shop. I saw a girl sitting on her suitcase, hiding her face. It was Maya. I ran to her and hugged her so tightly. I am here. I am here, Maya. You are okay, I said. Maya was trembling. She looked behind me. Did he follow you? She whispered. Who? Who is following you? I asked. Maya pointed a trembling finger towards the exit sign. That man, the one in the black cap and the long brown coat. He was on my bus. He followed me inside. I turned my head very slowly. I didn't want the man to see me looking. Near the glass doors, I saw him. He was tall. He wore a dark black cap pulled low over his eyes. He had a long, heavy brown coat. He was holding a phone, but he was not looking at it. He was looking directly at us. His face had no expression. He looked like a statue. Every time Maya moved, he moved. Every time she looked away, he took a step closer. Do you know him? I asked Maya. No, I never saw him before today, but he knows my name, Emma. He shouted my name near the bus stop. This was not a coincidence. This was a hunt. I looked at Sarah, who was standing next to us. She looked at the man, then she looked at me. Emma, Sarah whispered, that man, I saw him at Terminal 3 too. He was standing near the information desk when you were talking to the woman. My heart skipped a beat. He didn't just follow Maya, he followed me too. He wanted both of us. But why? We were just students. We had no secrets. We need to act, I said. We cannot wait here. I saw 2 police officers near the security gate. They were wearing yellow vests. Maya, Sarah, listen to me. We are going to walk slowly towards those officers. Do not run. Just walk. We started to walk. I kept my eyes on the man in the brown coat. When we moved, he started to move too. He was getting faster. He is coming! Maya cried. Keep walking, I commanded. We reached the officers. Officers, please, we need help. This man is following us, I said, pointing at the man. The officers looked up. They saw the man. The man saw the officers and immediately turned around. He started to run towards the parking lot. "Stop! Police!" one officer shouted. They started to chase him. We stood there, frozen. We watched the chase. The man was fast, but the officers were faster. They caught him near the elevators. They pushed him against the wall and put handcuffs on him. I felt a massive wave of relief. I sat down on the floor. Maya and Sarah sat next to me. We were safe. The nightmare was over. Or was it? An hour later, we were in a small office inside the airport police station. The air was quiet now. An officer came inside with a folder. He looked very serious. "We checked the man's phone," the officer said, "and we checked his ID." "Who is he?" Maya asked. Her voice was still weak. "His name is Mark. He is a private investigator," the officer explained. "A private investigator? But who hired him?" The officer looked at Maya. "Maya, did you break up with someone recently?" Maya's eyes became wide. "Yes, last month. I broke up with Leo. He was very angry. He didn't want to let me go." "Leo hired this man," the officer said. "He wanted to know every place you go. He wanted to know who your friends are." I looked at Maya. She started to cry again, but this time it was because of sadness, not fear. "And Sarah?" I asked. "Why was the man following us when I was with Sarah?" "Because he thought Sarah was another friend who was helping Maya hide," the officer replied. It was all a game of control. Leo wanted to own Maya's life. While we were at the police station, the door opened. A man ran inside. He looked tired and worried. He saw Sarah and shouted her name. "Sarah! Oh my God, Sarah!" Sarah jumped up and ran into his arms. It was her father. "I am so sorry, honey. There was a big accident on the motorway. The traffic was stopped for 3 hours. I couldn't call you because my phone was in the car charger." Sarah was crying with happiness. She pointed at me. "Dad, this is Emma. She found me. She helped me when I was alone. She protected me." Her father walked to me and took my hands. "Thank you, Emma. You are an angel. You saved my daughter." I felt a warm glow inside me. All the stress of the morning, the rain, the man in the brown coat, it was worth it. I helped my best friend, and I helped a stranger. Sarah's father offered to drive us home. We accepted. As we left the airport, I looked at the gray sky. It was still raining, but the rain didn't feel cold anymore. It felt like a fresh start. That night, I sat in my flat with Maya. We drank hot tea and talked for hours. "I am going to change my number," Maya said, "and I am going to report Leo to the police. I am not going to be afraid anymore." "That is the right choice, Maya," I said. "You are strong." I thought about the day. I learned something very important. English is just a language, but bravery is universal. I spoke to the woman at the desk. I spoke to Sarah. I spoke to the police. I didn't think about my grammar. I didn't think about my accent. I only thought about helping people. And because I had a goal, my English was perfect. If you are listening to me right now, remember this. Don't wait for perfect English to start your life. Start your life and your English will follow you. Be like a shadow. Be fast. Be brave. And never, ever stop speaking. Now, let's look at some important words from our story. Repeat after me. Mystery. The airport was a mystery. Terrified. Maya was terrified. Corridor. We ran through the long corridor. Handcuffs. The police used handcuffs. Private investigator. The man was a private investigator. Relief. I felt a wave of relief. Bravery. Bravery is more important than grammar. Excellent. You are doing a great job. Now, I have a challenge for you. I want you to go back to the beginning of this video. Listen to part 2 again, but this time, don't just repeat. Try to speak at the same time as me. Try to match my voice exactly. Do this every day for 1 week. I promise you, your mouth will feel different. Your brain will start to think in English phrases, not just words. This is how you become a master. This is how you find your strength.
Emma, that was an incredible journey. 3,000 words of pure English power.
Thank you, Ted. I hope our students enjoyed the story.
Students, you are amazing. You stayed with us until the end.
Please like this video if you want more stories like this.
Subscribe to Atlas's English channel. We are a family and we grow together.
Tell us in the comments, what was your favorite part of the story? Did you ever get lost at an airport?
We read every comment. We support every student.
Stay strong, stay simple,
And keep speaking English every single day. Goodbye.